Hi friends, this is Suzy, your gaming guru, here with a new self-appointed title that I'm still trying to get used to, and a new adventure. It is Best Fiends, a world on your mobile, even though I'm playing on the PC. So, what I'd like to do in this video is explain to you my reasons for joining in this adventure, show you a little bit about what the company itself says about the game, and then show you just a little bit of the gameplay itself. But I'm not going to do any levels in this particular video. Those will come. Now, speaking of levels, some of you might think, wait, she's Suzy the Candy Crush Guru. What happens to the Candy Crush levels and the Candy Crush Friends Saga levels? I still will be doing those. I am supporting all of my friends and viewers who have been so supportive of me these past 4 years, and I want to continue doing those levels. Now, here's the bit of negativity. I am a little bit upset with King, and a lot of other people are, because of certain changes they've made recently, and because it seems like they're not really valuing the players. And I know that a lot of folks have decided to leave Candy Crush for that reason. So this is a way for me to take a negative and turn it into a positive with a new adventure. When I get frustrated over something King does, well, I'll just take a little break from there and come on over here and play something completely different from a completely different game company. So if you still want to play Candy Crush, I will be there too. If you want to switch over to Best Fiends, I will try to be here as much as I can. And if you want to do both, that's what I'm going to do. So please join me on this adventure. I'm very, very excited, but a little bit nervous. When I started recording levels for Candy Crush, well, I was nervous back then too, probably, but I had already played over 1,000 levels, and for Best Fiends, like Friends without the R, I have only played about 90 levels, but I have found them to be so fun and engaging and entertaining. They are puzzle games, not quite match 3, but puzzle games, and you can play it as a kind of a standard puzzle game without much interference. But if you want something more elevated, there are different layers to this game and a lot of opportunities to explore basically a whole world. So let's take a look at that world and see what is in store for us in Best Fiends. Here is the story option, and I decided to come to this game in particular because I asked my wonderful and encouraging community what games I should explore, and this was the individual game top vote getter. And I'm so excited because I really am impressed by everything I've seen so far. Almost everything. There's one exception that I'll show you. So we've got the story, and it starts out with this world of minutia. They've created an entire world for us. We can explore the map, and they've got all of these different lands here, and I think we can slide over to here. We can take a look if we want to go and find out what the Cactus Cove is. It's got all of this information. So on top of the gameplay, there's a story. If you're interested in learning about all of these different parts of this world, you can come explore this map and see how this all coalesces into one story. I see Mount Boom here in the distance, and I know that this is one of the central parts of the story. I know that because I've read the introduction, and I'm going to take some time to read it to you. I think it really enhances the gameplay. It says, "From the green glades to the foothills of Mount Boom, the small creatures of minutia lived in harmony, until the night the meteor struck. The meteor smashed into Mount Boom, bringing with it a strange force that transformed the slugs who lived there into an army of greedy, greenery-gobbling pests. Now the slugs are taking over the world, munching a path through minutia and sliming up everything they touch. But a brave band of heroes is fighting back. Left alone when the slugs conquered most of minutia, these unlikely champions are on an epic quest to solve the mystery of Mount Boom and beat back the slug advance. To get to Mount Boom, they'll need to become the best fiends." So here we go. We can see a picture of Mount Boom here. We've got the slugs. Those are our enemies. And these guys are us, the best fiends. Now, I love that in this very short introduction here, we have learned so much. First of all, the slugs are our enemies, but they've been transformed. They weren't always like this. There was a cataclysm that started this, and there's a mystery of Mount Boom that we have to see, so we have to journey there first. It's this epic adventure we're going on, and I love that the creators are making this entire fantastical world for us to explore. Now, this is the only thing that gives me a bit of concern. I think it's a strong company. I think that they're committed to making a very good experience for the players. They seem dedicated in what they're doing. But when we go to read the brand book by now, we found that they used to have a store and they closed the shop. And so it gives me a little bit of concern, but not enough to halt my progress here. I'm going to really enjoy this game for as long as I can, and I think it's going to be for a long time. Because the attitude that the company has going into this, they really seem dedicated. Now, this is a freemium model game, very similar to Candy Crush. We can play for free. And we can get a lot of fun experiences for free. And there's enough in-game rewards and even some videos that we can watch that are actually of the game, so they enhance the storyline and get little extra treats. We've got all of these opportunities in-game, so we don't ever have to spend a penny. And that's how I'm going to prefer playing the game. I'm not going to spend any money, or at least I can't foresee a time when I would want to. But there are some premium opportunities for those folks who do like to spend some of their entertainment money on these games. And so you'll be able to explore even more than I will in some cases, because you'll be buying things for the game that enhance your play as you go. So anyway, it says, behind the scenes, Seriously, that's the name of the company, Seriously. So Seriously's world-class team are on a mission of their own to create chart-topping mobile games with amazing stories, unforgettable characters, must-watch animations, and music you'll be humming in your sleep. Now, I tend to turn off all of the music and the sound, so you probably won't hear that on my end when I'm recording. But from what I understand, I did play a little bit of it, and it was enjoyable to me. It says, Best Fiends is the first step on that journey, a mobile-first gaming experience that's built for lasting fun over a series of games. So hopefully it's not just these two, but there'll be a whole series in the future that we'll be able to enjoy together. It continues, to see how the amazing world of Minutia is brought to life and meet the people behind it, click below. And I was really intrigued by this. I think that the graphics are particularly interesting. And I loved, especially this, to see how they've developed this world that they're inviting us into. And how they've developed the characters and come up with some ideas and then settled on what is eventually part of the game. Now, let's go ahead and go on to the Fiends and the Slugs, which will show us both the people we're playing as and our enemy. So this company is great at giving us information. We go to Fiends, and we see the different characters. Now, having played about 90 levels, I know that we have got different colors that we're going to be paying attention to. Notice that these guys are all kind of a yellowish hue. So this is Temper, and even though we can play as just a simple puzzle, we can also create opportunities to enhance gameplay by delving into the story and the characters. So if I have Temper as part of my brigade, and then I want to level him up, and I can do that with things that I earn in-game, he transforms into these various versions of himself. So, I don't know what happens when I click that. I guess nothing right now. Although he can go beyond level 5, so you can see that in-game. And you can do that for each one of these guys. And colors will play an important part in the game as we develop. You'll see. And here's the Red Brigade. And the Green Brigade. And, oh, here's more yellow. Maybe I misinterpreted what that was. Bebert. Woody. Fun stuff. Here's blue. Here's purple. And then character exclusives. These are probably the guys that you might have to pay for if you want them. And they would add to your cadre of characters, but they would not be imperative to have in order to complete the play. So that's what the Fiends look like. And then if we want to explore our adversaries, we can go to the slugs, and it tells us about the slugs and what types of slugs there are and what their purpose is and what their strengths are. So those are the opportunities to see what's going on here. I guess we don't get as much information about the enemy. We just get to see them in their glory. And then also there's a video section here. They do have a couple of introductory videos that are hosted by this wonderfully bright, cute woman here. I don't know who she is. Probably other people do. And she does a good job of explaining the very basics to us. So I'd recommend that you take a look at those. But then you're also going to get the opportunity to watch some other animations and maybe even take quizzes and earn some in-game rewards for watching those and getting the answers right. And if you don't get the answers right the first time, you can just keep doing the quiz over and over until you get all of the answers, even if you don't pay attention to the animations. But I think they're very well crafted, so I'm enjoying those. And then the shop we said is closed, and then there's an opportunity to go ahead and visit these guys via social media. So they've got a presence across the social media realm. Alright, so now I'm going to pause the recording and I'm going to come back with a screen to show you what the game looks like, so you can see for yourself if this is something you want to explore with me. Be right back. So here we are at the game. I've got 90 levels completed. I'm on level 91. This is my energy. Some levels take more than one energy, but I've never run out of energy. I've played for hours while my family was watching a movie, and I was still able to play every level that I wanted to. So far, I've not yet run into any problems. We've got diamonds. These are important for growing up our guys. And then we've got gold bars. Plus, we've got special events here. I could go to Frozen Hills Tour or Baby Slug and play some events outside of these levels. And I've got a lot of information down here to help me. Every day I get to go in here and claim a prize from the daily gift delivery. I've got 10 hours before my next prize gets to be opened. Day 25 jackpot, I get VIP membership for 24 hours. And the VIP membership is fun because I've got this little wheel that you can spin so you can become a VIP. You can pay for it if you want. Or you can just wait and earn it in some ways. And they've got a little wheel that you can spin like every 10 minutes and you get unlimited energy. It's really a lot of fun, and I've had the opportunity to win those before. And of course things for sale, since this is a freemium game. But what I'm going to do is allow you to explore some of these on your own. I guess the most important thing is if you want music, sound effects, and voiceovers off, you can toggle those. There's the music. Bye, music. It's pretty good. I want to show you a little bit about gameplay. So this is Great Gorge, level 91. Our goals are 7 slugs and 2 of these cages. And it says, win this level to earn 100 medals. I don't even know what the medals are yet. To play it, it takes 2 energy. So I'm going to go ahead and play. So this is what the gameplay looks like. Of course, the beginning levels don't look this complicated. You get a chance to ease into them. Remember that this is a gashapon, so I've already collected quite a few characters. If I want to change my fiends, I just go ahead and click here, and I've got some opportunities. And the different characters have different things that they can do to help. And if I don't want to pay attention to all this, all I have to do is click Auto Select, and it'll likely give me the best configuration for my needs. And then if I want to upgrade my fiends, let's say because Gordon is only 200, so I want to do a little bit better with him. Actually, why did they only give me him? Let me go to change fiends. I could choose Tantrum or Bob. Well, it's because of the special that he has, the kind of booster that he has that he contributes to the game. But I could go to Tantrum, and continue and look at it that way and then upgrade my Fiends and make him even more powerful. The problem is it probably takes a lot to upgrade him. The good news is I have enough of these meteor mites in order to upgrade him, even though he is pretty high already, because I've got 26,000 of these and over 5,000 of these, so that's not a problem. And it upgrades his attack, so he does more damage on the board. And let's go ahead and take a look at this board now. So I have got these cages that need to drop to the bottom. I've got some cactuses in the way. I've got these barriers, but I've got rockets to help me. If I want to hit the rockets, I just have to collect things around them. Sometimes I have to collect a certain number of strawberries or leaves or flowers. I don't have to now. I have to do as much damage as I can against this slug. So I have to see what kinds of connections I can make. If I connect the strawberry, we can see, I can't take my hand off it, but if you look above the slug, you'll see that he has a health of over 10,000, and this configuration would give me almost 4,000. So it would knock him down quite a bit. We can see by that meter above his head. So that's one option. I want to go all the way back, that path that I chose, and I'm going to take a different path, and I have to try to hit as many of these as possible. So I'm going to go this way, and we can see that building up. And if I do this, I get over 5,000 points. So I get him about halfway done, and I set off that rocket. So there are opportunities to evaluate what you're going to do before you do the choices. And then I can do this, and I'm trying to connect as many of these things as I possibly can. I still have to get these guys down to the bottom, but that's a process. It takes a while as I break through some of these breakable barriers. And look at that, the slug is almost gone. This almost gets him, and if I just do this, I've got him entirely. So I can choose, do I want to make this move, or instead of that, do I want to connect the green? The green isn't as good, but it would set off both of the rockets, and I don't need a whole lot, so I'm going to choose that. I'm going to kind of blast through things. So those are the types of choices that you get to make in this puzzle. And here it shows you how many moves you have and what your goal is, and you can keep track of how close you're getting to completing your goal. This is the game, and this is the gameplay. Again, the beginning levels start out much easier. It's very complex right now, but you get to grow into that. So thank you so very much for watching. I do appreciate it. If you decide to join me on this journey, give me a shout out. Let me know that you're going to be starting or where you are on the field already, because you may be well above where I am. If you find these videos helpful, I'd ask that you consider liking and subscribing. And just thanks again. I really appreciate you guys so much. Bye-bye.